All right, gentlemen, welcome back to the podcast. First of all, I'd like to start this podcast with a round of applause for the man to my left and to the other Supercoach traders out there who did not panic trade Scott Drinkwater to Kalen Ponga.
Yes.
I repeat, they did not panic trade him, all right? And to all of you out there that did, unfortunate for you. Let's get into the potty, lads.
Hello and welcome back to SC Blueprint for this week. Dan, how are you feeling?
Pretty good, mate. Not a bad week.
Feeling pretty good? Good week for yourself. And Benjamin, how did you go?
Yeah, pretty happy with my week. Some food for thought now that I've got a few trades up my sleeve, but yeah.
Yeah, well, it's good to know that you guys had some good weeks.
Can we have the weekly hat ceremony first?
Yeah,
We definitely
Righto.
can. All right. If the owners of the hat want to grab the hat in 3, 2, 1, grab the hat.
Do I have to?
It's a tough start to the season for Mr. Drinkle.
I'm taking myself in the headphones.
And it's the Dunkin' Donuts hat for Ben Clark. Maybe we should throw straight to Ben then. Ben, how'd you go this week, mate?
Very good, thank you.
By the way, that hat looks absolutely fantastic on you.
It's brilliant. It's the combination with the headgear. It's brilliant stuff, lads. Look, I was very happy with my week. Got away with some reserves that maybe I shouldn't have. Tom Chester, that I may have got some weird eyes from down the
That's
table.
how it goes.
But yeah, all up 13.44 for me. Some food for thought on the trades. But yeah, Carrigan getting a nice assist to Haas is great when you have them both in your team. Harry Grant obviously with his standout 100. Probably the players of note that I played. Nathan Cleary captain, 109 for him, which was great. Obviously McLean and Mitchell did really well. Chester and Purdue both did very well for 73 and 74 respectively. And then, other than that, just a solid week other than the Taylor May injury. Didn't really have a low score. So my next lowest after that was 48, which really sort of boosted my week from there. That was kind of my week in a wrap-up. Moved up some places quite nicely this week, which I was happy about. Obviously, it's early in the season. I wouldn't take your position too seriously yet. We've had 2 rounds, so yeah. Sorry, my friend. I'll throw it to Dan.
The only positive about my rank is
Should we just go to you, Elliot?
6'7". 6'7". You know what I'm saying? Because I'm at 67,000. All right, Dan, how'd you go?
67,000. I'll go first then. Okay, or second. 12.55 for me this week, so not bad. I think 12.50 was about par. I think I went down a couple places overall, but like as we just said, it's all good. Highlights of the week. So I captained Herbie. Honestly, a bit of a miracle. He only got 78. He looked absolutely unbelievable. Just couldn't find his way to the line, which was disappointing. McEwen and Couchman, both my boys, let me down, which is pretty upsetting. And I reserved Marnie as well, which didn't work out too hot with him coming off at like the 50-something minute or whatever it was.
I also played him and but disappointing there.
Yeah. Otherwise, they're pretty good. Val Holmes repaid the faith, 94, 2 tries from Val, so he's probably earned himself at least one more week in the team. Pretty good all around. Purdue was good. Yo was okay. Stefano, the big talking point of the week. Boys, that's one we all got right, thankfully. I'm pretty happy. Now the big one. Now the big one.
Oh,
Try and stay positive, my friend.
I didn't score great. Just trying to pull it up. 1,158 for me. Quite low. Thinking about deleting the app, I can't lie. But
Did you captain Taylor May?
No, but there's a couple more steps we've got to get to that. Obviously, I came out on our Thursday podcast and was quite strongly on the Pod Fermor sort of go. I was thinking if we can pick up 1 try against the Finns, even jag maybe a second or a try assist, we might be looking at a little 110, 120. Didn't happen. Got a little 64, I believe his score was in the end. So not good, not bad, I guess. But yeah, anyway, I was quite scared though. For some reason, I didn't VC Haas. I thought Trell would be better.
We actually all completely overlooked that.
Yeah,
we didn't even talk about it. We didn't even think about it.
And it was only as Payne Haas was kind of streaking into space, no one in front of him, and I'm like 3 rows back at Suncorp, and I'm like hands on head, like,
Maybe
how did I
should've
not see this? Like, and then I get a text from one of my mates, and he's like, "Oh, so we looping then?" And I was like, "Nah, we're not looping. I'm not looping.
We're not looping, lads.
I didn't even have the VC on him." But yeah, anyway, we got to Trell. I was watching Trell all night, trying to feed AJ flick passes and horribly go miserably wrong. And then I was just barracking for him to get one more attacking sat, like 10 minutes left in the game.
Yeah.
And he like threw it out over the sideline or something happened. I'm just like screaming at the TV. But 84, not really loopable. Was thinking about it, but it's just not really feasible to loop 84. That's a bit of panic territory. But then came the Saturday morning woes where I started texting Dan, begging him for his opinion whether I should captain Taylor May or Pod Fermor. And
Managed to talk about it that one.
very, very, very lucky that I didn't decide to captain Taylor May. It was very close.
Imagine your captain dropping out of your team.
I'll tell you what,
bro, and it would have.
That's actually a season ender. Like,
Yeah.
that's actually a season ender.
I was in disbelief when I saw him go off the field. Anyway, that about finishes me up. Nothing too crazy there. Sam Walker not really providing.
I was going to say the
but,
Walkers just let you down, didn't they?
yeah. Well, Cody Walker would have had like 50 if he didn't give away like 3 penalties and have like 2 errors. Or
Yeah,
whatever
he
it
loves
was.
it, Cody. He loves it.
Cody just like tried to run over and start a fight with someone because he dropped the ball or something. I'm like, bro, that's vintage Cody Walker right there. But anyway, yeah, we'll get into other people in the week. But yeah, Cobbo let me down as well. 37 from him. So
Yeah.
was really hoping he'd get on the end of at least a try or something. But
Well-
Finns are pretty not
Oh,
great.
mate.
So
Warning signs of the Finns.
Yeah.
I remember you saying in preseason that you were going with Cobbo to kind of like offset the Herbie damage.
yeah,
And unfortunately, Cobbo doesn't get points when Herbie offloads.
yeah.
But yeah,
Yet to
you're
see
right.
the-
The Dolphins. We'll get to it eventually. But oh boy,
I think Cobbo will explode for a 2 to 3 week period
Yeah, just
at
gotta wait
some
for
point
that.
this
Just gotta wait
season.
for that.
But
yeah,
yeah, I don't
no need to panic there.
We've seen it before. Jack
see you
Bostock, I think, scored 4 tries in
Yeah,
one
it's
game.
just
And
like
then
left edge.
again, that was 2 years ago. And then last year, I think he scored another couple of games where he had like 5 tries in 2
Yeah, it'll
games.
happen.
It does always happen on that left wing, but yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Righty, boys, let's get into the recap of the rounds. Now, we're going to try to stay a little bit stricter this week, keep it at 4 to 5 minutes per game, or else we're going to be here until midnight. So, let's start with the Broncos versus the Parramatta Eels. First of all, oh my days, what a shocking performance by the Broncos. Absolutely horrendous. Elliot even got a chicken burger this time, and we still lost.
Oh, such a good omen. I thought we were going to win.
Let's start with the big dog, Reece Walsh. Now, big return to form for Reece. 99, 2 tries. Not bad base and power. 51 combined base power. A line break and 2 forced dropouts. He was just getting his hands in basically everything, wasn't he, Reece?
Yeah.
He looked good, actually. And I was just, sorry to take us off topic slightly. I was talking to Elliot before. Dan before. There's a chance he picks up goal kicking now that Reynolds is injured.
I think he definitely will.
So, someone to watch. Yeah, played really well. 2 tries is obviously, he can do that week in, week out if he's on the end of some quality balls. And one of them was a chip and chase, which was pretty special to watch.
Yep. No Reece this week. Not the week for Reece this week.
I think
but
there's too many
after
better
that,
options.
I think you can definitely look at it. Next, Payne Haas. As we said, lots of people VC'd him. They absolutely cooked. 56 in base, 22 in power, a try and a line break, and he only played like 58 minutes, whatever
Yeah,
it was.
minutes were slightly down, but yeah. If he's just going to do that, then he's just going to do that.
Yep, did the job. I think, given as well how much cash there's sloshing around now, people who started with Haas are looking pretty good because, you know, you may as well spend the money on someone who's going to be pretty good every week.
Yeah.
I think Haas probably plays minutes dependent on the game. That game was not one through the middle at
Yeah.
all. So yeah, not too worried about his minutes there, but yeah.
Who wants to talk about Pizzette?
Yep, I'll put the hand up here. I'm going to raise it up nice and high.
Wow.
I was somewhat wrong. I'm still not sold on the bloke just because 4 try involvements was it 82 in the end? I think
82.
it was post updates. Not amazing. Definitely going to help with some cash gen. But yeah, look, he had a hand in just about everything. He looked really good. Both the halves and the fullback combining the spine of the Eels looking really strong actually. Probably the only reason they won that game was because the link-up was looking much better than I've seen it. But yeah, he had a blinder, obviously a try, 3 try assists, 2 line break assists, but the thing that concerns me, I guess, is the 13 points in base.
Yeah.
that is really low.
Yep.
In a game where there was a lot of points, maybe give him a credit, but
No.
I don't think his base is much above 20 every week. So, yeah, he needs to keep having a hand in points.
Yep. Definitely still a hold, though, now. He'll get 2 price rises with that in there. Elliot, Isaiah Ayongi again. Second week in a row we talked about Isaiah.
Yeah, he looked really good. And it's just like straight vibe test, especially from being at the ground. Dude, he's just electric. Like, he is quick on, like, off the pace. Like the acceleration is just phenomenal. Beats the defenders, creates the 3-on-2. Just an absolute beast, to be honest.
Sorry, let me pull those stats back up.
I know some people were keen in the preseason. Obviously, you being one of them, Ben. But people get turned away because there's other better options. But maybe there isn't really.
Maybe not.
100 is a good score.
Can anyone?
He did have the 2 tries, I guess.
I was going to say just quickly. Can anyone tell me for sure that he's worse than Turbo? Because I can't.
I can't. No, not at all.
I think if you want to do that, you go for it.
He has the worst aura from his name, to say that in the most cringe way possible, but that's about it. He's still a great option, and 30 in base, 14 power, and 2 line breaks. All right.
Yeah, cool, beautiful. Any other quick talking points from that game? Just got the list here.
Kelma Tuolangi just looked like that guy. Eh?
Yeah.
Broncos left edge looked disgusting.
Oh,
Yeah.
It was terrible. The defense, there was no connection from second rower to winger at all. You had centers jamming when your half was sitting back, and it was just all over the place. And it was probably the reason in the end they won that game.
yeah.
Definitely some warning signs there for me, for my fine Broncos. But yeah, look, they're not quite looking like they were at the end of last year, but hopefully a bounce back soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just quickly as well, shocking numbers from the Broncos outside backs. Staggs got 59 with a try. Karapani 29.
He had 2.
Staggs got 2 tries, man.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
59 with 2 tries.
Yeah. Karapani 29, Mariner 23, Shibasaki 20. So if you've got any Broncos outside backs, instant sell.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Next game, Warriors-Raiders. The big story, Lecker the Wrecker.
Yeah.
So Kurt Capewell pulled out in the warm-up, I believe, with a
Calf
calf issue. I'm hearing 3 to 5 weeks. I guess we'll get an update on that in the physio files later in the week.
Yeah,
But
absolutely, yeah.
Ridiculous performance from Lecker. We all know he's got it in him. He finally got the minutes.
Yeah, it's just the
105, 2 tries, 53 base, 12 power, and a line break. I think it's just what he's going to do if he gets the time.
Yeah, I'm especially keen on him. I can't go him this week, but he's going to be a strong look-in for my team next week, and that's just it. We know who Lecker is. Strong pot option, easy downgrade from underperforming high second rowers if you've got your cheapie sorted in that position. But that's all I have to say, lads.
Yep, beautiful.
Yeah, love scoring tries in New Zealand as well. I think there was some disgusting stat where he averages more than a try a game in New Zealand, which is just ridiculous. So,
Wow.
yeah,
Lecker's a freak.
he is, yeah.
All right, Noah Martin.
Yeah, on the other side of the second row, just did Noah Martin things, really, didn't he? 62 points in base. I was interested in the team list, particularly when Timoko didn't go straight back into that centre spot.
Yeah.
Wonder if there's a lingering issue there or whether they're just trying to slowly work him back through. But
He didn't even play.
No, he came on.
Did he?
I don't know how many minutes he played, but he definitely came on.
Oh, I'm tripping then.
Let me check quickly while you
Must have
continue
missed that.
talking.
Because I remember Simi taking a intercept at centre late in the piece.
yeah, I am slightly fearful of when Sumisogi goes back to the bench, but I don't think they have the liberty to sub a second rower. He got 62 points in base, which is really all you can ask from a second rower. That's probably up there with the highest second row base of the weekend, not to mention that game. And yeah, just looks like a dog, works into the middle making tackles to take some of the pressure off his middles. And if he's going to get 62 every week in base alone, as soon as he gets the tries, you're looking 80 upwards. So yeah, green flags for me.
Yeah, we're only going to say this about a few players because it's always pretty annoying when you hear like, oh, every single player under the sun's a must.
It's a must-have. It's a must-have.
Noah Martin is a must.
Yes. Yeah.
He is one of the very few we're going to label must. So if you don't have him, you kind of just got to find a way to bring him in. Timoko 20 minutes, by the way.
Okay, my bad.
I'm not sure where or
I don't
how
know
that
where.
happened, but
Could have been, who knows, at another. It could have been on the opposite side for all I know.
Could
yeah.
have been anything.
Alrighty. I want to give a quick shout out to Jackson Ford. Now, it's been a really good start to the season for Jackson. So he obviously got 68 last week, just in pure base and power. And then he gets a try this week, gets a few more tackle busts, etc., and gets 102. So he obviously comes at a premium. I'm probably not saying he's a buy. But yeah, a good showing from Jackson Ford. I think he's definitely worth considering, especially if you're in any like draft leagues or anything like that. I think he's someone who deserves a little bit more respect than he gets.
Also, Mitch Barnett hanging around like around 4 to 5 maybe return.
Yeah, that's gone quiet, hasn't it? We haven't heard about
quiet.
Mitch in a while.
Yeah.
I mean, the only part you hear about him is when he's going to sign with the Bronx, which I think is official now.
Good news, that one.
Yeah.
That was a good day. Cool. Any more big talking points in this game, guys? I think it was a pretty dry game.
Yeah.
Warriors just ran away with it and scored a lot of tries. Not much analysis.
I was surprised that the Warriors got 40 points in tries. Like they had 40. Like it was 40-6.
Yeah, blew them away.
But no one got a massive score. Like the
Yeah.
highest was Leka Hallister. There was no 150s. There was none of that.
Yeah. Another 90 for Tanner Boyd.
Yeah, the points were just pretty shared. I don't know.
It was also a reshuffled spine with Chans at 5'8", I think, and then Tane Tuapiki on. Obviously, CHT got the head knock early on, and then I think Tuapiki had an issue as well. I can't remember if it came off or not, but something happened.
Well,
And
Chans, I
maybe
think,
another
went
reshuffle
off as well for a period. So they were
yeah,
just
he did
all
actually,
over the
yeah.
place. But yeah, good on them to put points on when they've got a brand new spine. But yeah. We'll wait and see this weekend to see tested outside of New Zealand on the Warriors for me. They obviously love playing in New Zealand. So yeah, be interesting there.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, Knights New Zealand's a very interesting game this week. I just want to give a very quick shout out to James Fisher-Harris. I brought him up in my stats spotlight in the middle of the week. I'm pretty impressed at what he's doing. For a player that you never normally think about, he's playing 50 to 60 minutes and getting basically all of his points in base. I think he's one of those guys where, like you said, people went off with injuries or concussions or whatever. If he needs to, he'll play bigger minutes, as we saw. So, not one to buy, but one to just keep a little bit of a sneaky eye on, as I will be doing.
Absolutely.
Beautiful. Roosters Rabbitohs, the AJ game.
Yeah,
As we all said, though, that probably lost the Bunnies the game.
Yes.
probably.
They just lost all their momentum as soon as that all happened, and they came back on, and they never looked the same. As we were saying, lots of errors from Walker, lots of errors from Latrell. Bit of an unconvincing performance all around from the Bunnies, but still good scores, particularly Latrell and Fafita, the main Supercoach relevant guys. Latrell with those 2 try assists to AJ, kicked his goals, solid enough base. Considering Latrell you normally think of as a basically nothing base guy, I think it was good to see him get some base, and then a line break and a line break assist as well. I think it's a Latrell, again, as we've said, I think he's not a must, but if you have him, you're looking pretty good. I think his break-even's 0 this week as well, which is interesting.
Yeah, we've probably seen the best of Latrell to start the season, but yeah, hopefully
What did he get last week?
113.
That's right, yeah. It's been a good start to the season for Latrell.
Considering he was also like trying to get AJ the try scoring record, wasn't really running the football at all. But yeah.
Yeah.
I guess moving on to Fafita there, 43 in base and 26 in power.
Yeah.
He just looked different out there. He made the Roosters defense just look really poor. I thought just tackle busting, offloading. He's just that sort of guy that racks up Supercoach points without you really realizing even. I thought he was playing not the best, to be honest. They were going out the back a lot, obviously, at the start to get AJ that ball, but he just quietly did his job, basically, for me, and priced at a 400K. Pretty happy with him, really.
To me, it just feels like they're either giving him the ball flat-footed or just using him as a decoy runner, and he's getting 67 and having, obviously, that power and base stats.
Yep.
What's going to happen when they actually start clicking and he scores a try? Like, I think, yeah, scary prospects.
He's been very good.
Apparently, he just doesn't like the Gold Coast, but all good.
Yeah. A couple other things to touch on. Keon and Cam Murray, another solid couple performances, but I think they have revealed themselves as they're not guys that you have to panic to bring in.
Yep.
So just the 66 for Keon and the 63 for Murray. I'm not sure what kind of minutes. I think they're pretty, whatever minutes they played in week 1, I think it was pretty similar. Around that 70-ish, high 60 mark. Yeah. So I think they've not done enough to make them, you need to bring them in. Then on the flip side, there's been a lot of chat about Crichton and Sam Walker, some of the more popular Supercoach options.
Yeah.
And people are cutting and running on them. I think it's we all know that there's been a lot of good second rows to start the season, and if you have to sell someone, maybe you sell a Crichton, and if you want to go to Cleary, maybe you sell a Walker. I don't think they're doing anything particularly wrong. I think they've had a bit of a tough start to the season, playing New Zealand and New Zealand, and then against the Bunnies, you would have liked them to do a bit more, but not terrible. I'm not feeling panicked about either of those guys at all.
Yeah, I think they're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Solid.
as a Sam Walker owner, I was just trying to bring up before. He has a really good draw after this Panthers game. It opens up. Yeah, so after this Penrith game, he goes Manly, Sharks, Newcastle, Dragons, Broncos, who are a little bit shaky, Gold Coast, Cowboys.
Giddy
so
up.
that's that's looking good. And when that attack fires, it's gonna start firing. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like Daly Cherry Evans has just made Sam Walker redundant. Like, it's gonna work at some point. Sam Walker hasn't changed player, but yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Completely agree. Tigers versus the Cowboys, 44-16. What a performance by the Tigers. Now, yes, the Cowboys, probably a bottom 4 team. At least they look like one at the moment. But the Tigers looked extremely good. I'm going to start by talking about Luai. And actually, I might combine Luai and Dewey. Very good from the halves. As well, Dewey, it didn't feel like he did a lot. He scored that try, which, have you guys watched that try that Dewey scored?
Yeah.
Is it the one where he falls over?
Yep. Some of the worst defense I've ever seen in my life. Like, Drinkwater, I understand he thinks that his forwards have him, but like then he just kind of stands there as Dewey puts the ball at his feet. It's like such a bad look. But Dewey kicked his goals, he made his tackles, and it was just pretty solid across the board. Kind of the similar vein to Tanner Boyd the other week, where it was just doing a lot of good little things and racking up the points. Whereas Luai, extremely explosive, extremely sharp, stepping all over the place, offloading all over the place as well, which you don't normally, at least I don't normally associate a ton of offloading with Luai. But yeah, very good game from Luai, especially given how bad 5'8" is. If he does that again next week, I'll be having a good look at him.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I agree. Both the halves looked amazing. In their respective ways, I think Luai was more of that creative flair, and Dewey kind of just did his job and assisted where he could, kicked goals, made tackles, things like that. Bit gutted that my star centre has now gone down in a team that is looking really good. But yeah, look, the second rowers got used brilliantly by the two halves as well. So another, I guess, Kaipias Paul and Finau are both people around that weird sort of price range where you could always take a punt if you like someone there. And I guess talking about Kaipias Paul himself, obviously the 2 tries, 48 in base and 6 in power with a line break. We saw last year how destructive he can be at the Knights, and honestly, I think the Tigers this year look reasonably better. I've only watched one game. I don't want to go ahead and say they're like a new team, but Tigers in that game looked a lot stronger than the Knights last year, and if they can get it working out, then Kaipias Paul will be a great option, I think, down the line.
Agreed.
Yeah, I agree as well. Obviously, it's sad to see Taylor May go down, but that's just life, I guess.
We don't know how long it's going to be, though. I saw something because I think a similar thing happened to Lucas last season where he was able to sort it out and then eventually it fell through. So I think may be okay.
So he might be okay, but I think that's just the nature of that injury where it's just a ticking time bomb in a sense. But such is life. He'll be a trade out for me probably.
Yep. Lukey, 57, all in base power. I don't think we learned a lot about Lukey this week, except that he's just a solid hold. He's going to be pretty solid each week. If he can nab a try, he'll be pretty good.
Yeah, and in a day where the Cowboys looked pretty horrendous, especially in that first half, one might say the referee was favouring a certain orange and black team, but the Cowboys definitely weren't helping themselves, and Reid Marnie definitely wasn't helping the Cowboys. So, I don't know. The attack wasn't particularly humming for the Cowboys, but good to see what he can do when he doesn't score a try. So
yeah, and still solid enough showings from some of the more popular guys. Chester got a try, Purgie got a try, and they were okay. I think that's that game pretty much done. No more talking points. Yeah. Luke Lilly, actually, quickly, if he can keep scoring like that, he will have to get bored. I think he's another cheapie. I don't know if we need too many more centre-wing cheapies. Yeah. But a 94 in his first game is a good look if that can keep going. Right, Storm versus Dragons. Who wants to start with Sewer?
I'll take it.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, it's just still annoying me because I just don't think he's the best fullback, but boy, did he look good on the weekend.
Wow.
3 tries, and I think it was something ridiculous, like the span of 15 minutes or
pretty close on
something like that.
Again, just turned the game around when they finally got going, the Storm. He just seems to be on the end of everything. 3 tries and assist for 155 points just seems ridiculous to me. Like, he just does it. 3 line breaks, a line break assist, obviously on top of the tries and the assist, and 24 points in base and 20 in power. Like, it wrapped up quickly with him. I was pretty impressed. The Dragons sort of fell apart at one point, and then he just capitalized on that. But like in the games, the Storm are just smashing people the ball's not even getting to the center or wingers. Like, he is just taking it himself and
Yeah.
throwing himself over the try line. So I have to bring him in this week, unfortunately. I wasn't that keen on starting the season with him, but boy, he's proved me wrong. So
Yeah.
I don't know what else I can say other than it's a little bit disappointing to see because I didn't think he'd be this good, but you know what? Good on him.
Yeah, we won't talk about Harry Grant a ton. Like, just did basically the same he did last week. He's bordering on a must-have Harry Grant at this stage. Yeah. But what I would say about Grant in relation to Farlonga, with how the 6 agains are going and how fast the players, how slow and tired the forwards in the middle are getting, Melbourne are a team that's going to capitalise that on that massively. And who's going to gain from that most? The really fast guys who can just run through and score tries. As we saw from Leo's try, as we saw from at least 2 of Sua's tries from memory.
Yep.
Geez, that try when he just did spin move.
Yeah.
And it was outrageous. So these guys who can just float around the rock and find the gaps of tired defenders, they're going to explode. Like your Turbos, your Suas, etc., etc., etc.
Yep.
All big watches. Stefano, as we flagged at the start, a very impressive day from Stefano. 60 minutes, which I think is one of the bigger minutes he's played in a while. I think it just could become the regular thing, though. I think he's got it in him. 59 in base, 26 in power, so he didn't even get any attacking stats.
You still probably want to see what it looks like when Liero's there, but I mean, let's be real. I think they're figuring out who he is pretty quick, and they did that last year. So I wouldn't be surprised if he continues kind of on those minutes. And then, obviously, anything kind of else, if there's an injury or whatever, you might just have to play bigger minutes. It's kind of the guy they're going to lean on. So it's I don't know, wheels up Stefano, I think.
Yep. Definitely reckon it's no origin for Stefano as well this year. So
just to echo our thoughts from earlier in the season quickly, it's he's not going to go down at all. So there's no point in not having him. If he goes up, he goes up. Otherwise, you're just paying for points every week, basically. He's just going to get between 55 and 60 no matter what. And then obviously when he plays more minutes like the weekend, it's going to be much more. So, yeah.
Yep. Hit us on some Lasardi stuff, Elliot.
Absolutely disgusting from Lasardi, and it was even better when we saw that Sean Bloor had picked up well, not good for Sean Bloor. I just want to preface that it's not good that we saw Sean Bloor get injured in, I think, his first or second hit up in New South Wales Cup post-injury. But it was good for a Supercoach standpoint because it means Lasardi and Joe Chan both have good job security now, and you can just pick the absolute base monster that Lasardi is.
Oh, boy.
62 in base, 12 in power, 77 all up. It's
outrageous.
disgusting stuff, really. Definitely, probably before Monday night, he would have been a must, but then we've just kind of got a little bit that came through that said maybe Sean Bloor's injury is only 1 week, or maybe he's even back this week. So it does put a question mark on it, but I think he's still a buy. As we kind of did some calculations before, he's going to make how much, Dan?
Probably 200K.
Probably
if he
200K.
gets another, I think we did 3 weeks of him getting 60s, which is pretty conservative and realistic.
Relatively conservative.
He'll make about 200K. So I think he's still a good buy.
Even if worst case scenario is you have to trade him out in 3 weeks or whatever, you've just made a stonk of cash.
Yep. Well said, mate. Beautiful. I've already kind of talked about Val, just a pretty solid performance, getting a couple tries. You know what I will say about Val, though? A very bad goal kicker.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be really
I
not
feel
fun.
He's gone down in kicking percentage in the years. He's just, I don't know.
Because he was the choice kicker for Queensland for a fair while.
Well, in that game we won last year when Lomax missed all his kicks, Val went 5 from 5 and ended up winning this game. So I don't know what's happened to that Val, but every time he lines up for a kick, I'm like, you're going to miss this. And often he does. But yeah, pretty good from Val. And then just quickly, Ryan Couchman. Another big minute game from Couchman. How many minutes did he play? 57.
Oh, sorry.
I've got 57 here.
Yep.
And he played 56 in round 1.
Yep.
So just another lot of base. Lots more power than his brother as well. Was looking through the differences between the two. Couchman never offloads. Sorry. Toby Couchman never offloads. He never offloads.
Yeah.
Everything he does is base. Whereas Ryan, much more of a tackle buster, much more an offloader. There was that one play where he almost scored. He almost burst through the line there. So he's just got that in him. Still think, though, you can wait and see. We still don't know what this bench is going to look like with Jacob Little back. Toby Couchman only played 43 minutes on the weekend. I'll be amazed if that continues, and I reckon a decent bit of that might come out of Couchman. If he's only playing 35 minutes or 40 minutes, I don't think you'd want him then. So I think he's still a wait.
Actually going to put the hand up. I'm trying to stay I don't want to toot my own horn too much, but it happened exactly as I thought it would. So he actually split reps between the middle and the edge. So started in the middle and then swapped to the edge.
Interesting.
So I don't think
Who came off?
Leilua, so Luch.
Right, yeah.
So I think that might be like he might come on at that 30-minute mark for his brother. He might play 20 to 30 minutes in the middle and then finish the game on the edge. So I don't think Little will really affect that at all.
Yeah, fair enough.
Now that I've seen that, but yeah, look, he looks good again. He's just a base power monster. Really, he's not going to reinvent the wheel for you. But if he keeps doing that, then I'm fine with that. Yeah, again, probably wait one more week, but yeah.
Yep. All right, Panther Sharks. Ben, do you want to kick it off with your boy Cleary?
Yeah, very grateful I captained this bloke. The softest try in the world to start. The softest
One of the
try
great
in the world.
understatements.
I don't know what was happening there, but when I saw that, I couldn't help but let out a little chuckle. But other than that, just 2 try contributions, kicked all his 5 goals, 40 points in base. Every time I looked, the bloke was making a tackle. Like, it was actually ridiculous. They just hounded his edge like the whole day. And I think it was by design to try and tire him out, but
I don't know why they do. He's always up to it.
yeah, he actually I was watching the game pretty closely, and I was just thinking to myself, like, I've never realized how good this bloke's tackle tech actually is. Like, he is a good defender. I don't know why you'd be targeting him specifically when Casey McLean basically leaves the door open at points with some of the missed tackles. But yeah, anyway, 40 points in base is impressive from a half, a line break and a 40-20. Also had a couple of forced dropouts, I think, in there. Yeah, look, he's just one of those players that racks up the Supercoach points without you even realising. Yeah.
Must
Beautiful.
have, apparently.
Yeah, we've been hearing on a few other podcasts and seeing around the socials that people have been calling him a must-have. We are firmly against that. I just think, like...
It's just broken his average the last 2 weeks.
I was going to say, I'd just love to know the reason he's a must. He's 826K, and he's averaged 87.
He's actually
basically his average.
Well, he's actually averaged under his... Like, it's
No,
like
he's about right.
Literally bang on, yeah.
Like,
So-
if he's projected to get 94 this week, and that would mean he'll go up 6.5K.
Yeah.
So I don't understand the
nothing
rush.
crazy.
He's going to score well. He's a good captaincy option. If you've got him, great. But if you've got other guys to bring in, if you want to bring in, like if you're between Sewer and Cleary, are you going to bring in Cleary over? No, you're not. You're obviously going to bring in Sewer. So I don't understand that sentiment at all. Though he is good if you do own him, which I don't. But that's okay.
With people owning Tino, needing to bring in Noah Martin, needing to bring in Ryan Catchman if they want
So
to,
much to be
Lasardi
done.
needs to come in.
Yeah.
If Drinkwater holders, the list goes on. Apparently, Nathan Cleary's the must-have.
If you've got the luxury to go like Sam Walker Cleary this week, your team must be. I can't even imagine how perfect your team must be.
He must have started with Lasardi, Noah Martin, maybe
Literally
Chan,
all of them.
Howe,
And Couchman somehow.
and you picked them when you didn't know what their role was.
Yeah.
So respectfully, delete out. Nah, just joking. All right.
Only other talking points from this game that I've got is Cole Hoon honestly kind of proved us wrong. He only played 53 minutes and he managed to get a 69, basically all in base. Pretty impressive from Jesse. I'm still unsure of him as a buy. Like, I don't think you'd do it now. But if you held him, I think fair enough and he's solid enough.
Yeah. I do think you need to sell him this week, but I didn't mind having him and playing him for that
Do
extra.
you think you'd sell him this week?
I think you kind of got to because there's
Why
too
is he
many.
sold this week but not
Still
last
negative.
week?
Still
'Cause
negative.
now
He's
you
negative
know
eight
the
break,
role.
But he's a negative 8 break even now.
Oh, you can keep him. I just think there's more. Like Noah Martin's break even is like what is it? It's like negative 100.
Well, yeah.
Negative 100.
Well, would you sell like? This is a bit of a tangent. Would you sell? Well, I guess it's kind of relevant. Would you sell Yo, and just take a lot of cash in the bank, or would you sell Colhoun if you had those two as an option?
I sell Colin.
You sell Colhoun and hold Yo.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I would. I don't know. What would you do out of interest?
I don't know. I'd have to think about it. I think Colhoun's at least going to make money, whereas Yo's just going to get literally 62 or 63.
Every yeah.
I think I'd almost lean towards Yo, maybe.
I think I kind of agree.
Okay.
But I agree it's kind of tight. Speaking of Yo, really quickly, limited minutes again. It's basically confirmed now he's not going to play 80 each week.
Yeah.
It was only so he played 72 in the end, so it wasn't really limited minutes, which is a
No,
little
but
bit,
that was because Cogger went off.
Yeah.
And it was a little bit disappointing actually because he got 60 odd last week in I think 60 minutes, and then this week he got 60 odd in 72
Yeah.
minutes, and I was thinking like the only difference was how much he ran the ball for me. So against the Broncos, ran the ball a lot this week, not so much. So a little bit disappointing. I was hoping he'd maybe punch out a 70 or 80 with the extra minutes, but
Yeah.
look, he's fine. He's just doing his job.
Yeah, he's
basically.
fine. Yo's a fine hold, but if you need to free up a second row slot, I think you sell him.
And
You're happy either way.
I must I'll be honest that I am doing that. I'm selling him this week for Noah Martin because he's doing absolutely fine, but Noah Martin's doing the same thing and he's 200K.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's on the table.
Yeah.
Cool. Manly Knights. Bit of a chaotic game. We've now got news that Ponga and Brown. Ponga's out for 6 to 8 weeks. Brown out for a little over a month. So pretty hectic that the Knights have lost their 3 probably best players inside of 3 halves of football.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I kind of feel bad for the Knights, but they'll still be fine. They were pretty good in this game. Manly was shocking. But I think the Knights will still be okay. Shining light for Manly, though, Turbo. 88 with a try and assist, solid base and power, 50 cumulative base and power, a line break and a line break assist. It seems like if Manly are going to score points, it's going to have to be Turbo.
I think with Jamal Fogarty entering the club, he's just another safe player. Luke Brooks isn't taking on the line as much as last year, so that added workload of what DCE did down the short side last year is coming to Turbo in some senses. Like, he's their creative spark. It doesn't look like there's a team without him, to be honest. So definitely someone to consider. You've got the brilliance of being able to wait an extra week before he price rises. So
yeah,
look, he's definitely a strong option. He does have his hand in most of Manly's attack. So
yep. Trey Mooney, Mr. Elliott.
Just bangs out what we know he's going to do. Obviously didn't have the try, so he doesn't get his 100 from Vegas, but that's the same base that he had the other game. It's what we think he's going to do, going to make money. Solid second FRF option if you have it, but obviously we own Stefano, so but yeah.
What a good life.
Nothing too much more there.
50 minutes Trey Mooney getting 64 is very impressive.
Yeah.
Jeez, he loves the offload.
Chip and chase masterpiece.
Oh, what a good play. Imagine the scenes if he chip and chase scores.
That would have been funny.
Was a little bit, not disappointed is the right word, but surprised he didn't pick up any extra minutes when they had to use 2 bench interchanges extra than they usually would. So Kalen Ponga went off and they had to put Fletcher Hunt on at the back. That's one. And then Dylan Brown got injured and they had to do Harrison Graham to hooker and Phoenix Crossland to 5'8". So all of a sudden you've got 2 middle rotation instead of the usual. Honestly, they sometimes sub 3 or 4. So there's extra minutes up for grab there. I was a little bit disappointed he didn't get them, but...
Well, I mean, Jermaine McEwen played 80, so they didn't waste an interchange on McEwen to Cant.
Yes.
And then I think Frizzell just played big minutes.
Yeah,
I can't remember the top of my head.
That was what I was surprised
Well, Frizzell's more of a big minute guy than...
I did think he'd jag an extra 5 or 10, though. And I was a little bit disappointed he didn't, but he definitely showed up. So
sorry, Croker, actually. Croker played like 60 minutes. I think that's what it is. Honestly, I'm not worried. If he plays 50 minutes and is just going to... I think he's good. Cool. I think that's that game done.
Final game of the
Final
week.
game. Oh, my days. What a tough watch.
It was very...
Dolphins 18, defeat the Titans 14. I think we all thought the score would be 50 to 50. But the issue is you can't actually score rugby league points if you drop the ball every single set. That's pretty much what happened. I got minimal talking points in this game. Let's start with the hammer. Oh, geez, he's gone down massively. Last night when I wrote up my numbers, I gave him 90 and he's back to 83. Okay.
Wow.
That's pretty interesting. But he was good, the hammer. He had his hand in a lot of different things. A lot of base. Normally the hammer really doesn't get a lot of that. Usually I think it's actually a factor of, now I think of in my head, Selwyn Cobbo, not a massive ball runner. Do you reckon that's fair to say?
I think his base actually wasn't too bad.
I can check while I'm here, can't I?
Yeah, I had a look the other day.
22-8. Well, that's not terrible.
What I will say, they swapped up who they kicked to the whole game. There was no, like most teams consistently target one edge. Every second set, they kick into the different winger. And I'm standing there like, what is going on? Like, because obviously they're kicking to Jermaine Asako, who's like one of the safest people in the air. And I'm watching this and going, what are the Titans doing? Like, do they want to win this game? But they also, when they were close to the line, just kicked it down the hammer's throat every time. So I think that probably contributed to the added base. But yeah, definitely ran the ball a lot.
Yeah, I mean, the hammer needs to score tries to score big, but he basically always scores tries. Yeah. So I think he's a fullback to consider for sure. Maybe Farmworth. Wow, what a showing.
Yep. It was a bit of a hate watch from me. I was, watching it and thinking, if he gets a try in this last 20 minutes, I might cry. Because, look, he looked really good. I'm a non-owner, not because I don't want him, but just because I don't need him right now. He's not going to go up drastically, I don't think, in the first 4 weeks. But yeah, honestly, he looked really good. He got 79 points doing just about.
I got back to 78, sorry.
78, my apologies. But 36 in base and 36 in power. Offloaded a bunch of times. Had a forced dropout, funnily enough.
Yeah.
A lot of tackle busts as well. So they're using him a lot. They love to use him. They even did last year with those unders balls where he runs back to the middle. Yeah, he's a great option. And if the Dolphins' attack gets firing, then he'll be the one to have, I guess.
Yeah. Speaking of that as well, that forced dropout, that happened right at the end of the first half. The Dolphins were kind of in the attacking 20, not really knowing what to do. Herbie just bolts across from the left wing to the center of the field, just grabs the ball, starts fending off and kicks it in. Yeah. So I think he's going to get a lot of action just in terms of he's going to put himself around the ball, which I like to see. All right, Titans. Let's start with Big Bo, and we all know who we're talking to.
Yeah. I just thought he was going to look good for a try. I don't think he really looked good for a try at all in the game. Probably ran a couple of holes, but that was about his extent. Can I just get confirmation that AJ Brimson is actually playing in this football side?
Yes.
I'll tell you what, when it was the end of the game and I was like, all right, the Titans need to do something here. Give the ball to AJ, give the ball to Kenny. And Lockie Ilias touched the ball every single tackle. I'm like, this is not how you win a game. So you're right. He was basically a ghost.
I do think they're just used to using JC, and then you get someone who's maybe not as a creative spark like Lachlan Ilias, and yeah, just kind of fell apart.
Bremo took 4 runs the entire game.
Oh, that's abysmal.
That is so bad.
And I don't mean to be that guy, but hasn't their problem been trying to fit in 3 fullbacks into 2 halves positions and obviously 1 fullback position with Kenny? And then you don't have one of those masterminds that these creative, too many cooks in the kitchen. And then Brimson just forgets how to play football. Like, what?
Yeah, it was silly.
Where's the regather the kick in Origin Brimson?
Yeah, it just wasn't having a crack at all.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's instructions from Hane. I wonder if they're just being a little bit more conservative. But whatever it is, it's not the one.
That's not it.
Defense was much better from them. I was impressed. They played a better game, much better than the Storm. Obviously, they had their fair share of errors, but I think JC comes back and they're a bit of a different side. I wouldn't panic sell all your Titans just yet. They did look a much better football side on the weekend.
Yeah.
But I guess my main talking point from this game, there's not really too much of note, was just the role of 2RF this year. And I think we saw it across all the games this weekend. With the increased ruck speed, middles are getting tired quickly. The second rows have to make so many more tackles. And especially with the new scoring system, they're all getting counted. Those third men in, swipe the legs. Like, they're all racking between 50 and 60 in base consistently every week, no matter who. Like, do you have the stats on Connolly Lemuelu there? Great examples. I think he got 50-odd.
58, 35 tackles.
Yeah, so 35 tackles. He didn't even play the whole game. So, like, it's just amazing to me that, like, these guys are just racking up tackles because they're just playing so many minutes and they're just making so many tackles. So,
Fermal's another great example.
Yeah, literally. I think it's just, like, showing me that 2RF might be the place to go, but cheaper because they're all doing it. So, yeah.
Yeah. Shout out Finefuyaki. Might see a little bit more on him in the stat spotlight this week. But geez, he's been really good under the radar for 2 weeks at only 450-something K or 450, whatever it is. Really cheap.
All right. And the last sort of talking point there is Tino Fasuamala-Awe.
Yeah.
46 minutes, did you say? Yeah. Not good enough for Tino owners.
Does anyone know why?
Nah. I haven't heard anything at all.
Their bench is strong, but it almost feels like they're trying to run it like the Dogs, where they just play like the same amount of middles. Like
he's a stud.
Cooper Bai and Curtis Morin looks really good, but like
they're not Tino.
Bro, they're not Tino. Yeah, I don't really understand it personally, but you know what? Maybe it's to keep him fit the whole season. Who knows?
Maybe.
I think it's just a Hane thing. Like obviously we saw Holbrook's the last one, right? Last coach? No. Desi. Desi. Sorry.
Honestly, I
mind
for
blank
a second
too. But yeah, obviously Desi kind of used Tino into the ground a bit there. I think it's just a discipline sort of like mentality thing from Hane, where he's just like, we need people to step up, and I think he's just trying to build a bit more culture there. But it doesn't make sense why he wouldn't play Tino for like 60 minutes at least. Like,
yeah,
what are we talking about, really?
Well, other points to touch on is AFB. Never been a big minute guy since he moved to the Sharks. Obviously, at the Warriors, he was like elite. Like he he was on par with Payne Haas, Supercoach wise at least, and honestly, like just general NRL wise. And he's going to the Sharks, and he doesn't play much more than 50 unless they need him to particularly. Doesn't feel like his minutes are set in stone every week. I wonder if they've taken a similar mentality. Obviously, Hane coming from the Sharks. I wonder if it's a thing where they're trying to get a competent bench, because what happens if that player goes down?
I think that's silly.
But I think it's a stupid approach. I think you're just playing for 60. I don't think you need to put him like he did last year, where most of the time he's playing like high 60s, low 70s, maybe 80. I think you just play him for 60, 55 to 60. He's that good of a player. You need him to play.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're not NRL coaches, so
Clearly.
easy sell.
Cool. Just before we wrap up, we realized that we didn't talk about our consensus team at the top of the show. Pretty good week for the consensus SC Blueprint team. We stuck with the captain on Payne Haas, so we did it here, but not in our own teams. That's good stuff, fellas.
Yep.
1, 3, 14, 13, 14 for the consensus team, which is pretty good. That lands us in the 22,000 range of our rank. Couple of disasters in this team that need to be sorted. Shibasaki, who's currently averaging 23, he will be a sell.
Oh my goodness.
Sam Walker still needs to hit his straps, but we keep holding him. Otherwise, I think we're all in agreement. This seems really, really good.
Yeah.
I think we like a lot of these players. We've got to bring in a couple of guys. We need Noel Martin. We'll probably... Oh, no, we already have Sua. That was one decision we made as well.
Cooper Bai probably goes this week. Shibasaki probably goes this week.
Yeah. Another interesting thing about this team, actually, we've currently got both Fermor as our flex. So in a week when everyone's looking to bring in second rows and trade second rows, et cetera, we've kind of got the luxury of having that extra guy to factor around. So... Yeah. I think we're in a really good spot with this team.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, we'll talk some more on Thursday about our trades and things like that. We'll work out and bring to you the options we're going to trade there. But yeah, I don't think there's a lot of spot. There's not as many fires in that there may be in my main team. Like we've got no Taylor May. We didn't have Ponga to start. I didn't either, but that's a common issue around the place. Yeah. We don't have a Drinkwater.
No Tino. Yeah. Cool, boys. I think that's us.
Awesome.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us as usual. Jump over to the Insta. There's some cool reels going up in the next week, so always good to check them out. You can flame one of the other lads instead of just me. But yeah, thanks for joining us. Got anything else to add, lads?
No, mate. Have a good week.
Take this hat off.
Cheers, guys.